Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Sherry. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Women by Kristin Hannah. This was an excellent book. 5 stars. It was a bit heavy. A couple chapters in, I knew there was going to be tears with this book, so it's probably not the kind of book I normally pick up. I tend to read to escape real life, and this one has a lot of real life in it. So the story is largely set in Coronado, which is near San Diego, which is where I live, funny enough. And then the other major setting, of course, is Vietnam. So it starts when the main character, Frances or Frankie, is a young woman, and she's sending her brother off to Vietnam. They're having a going away party. That hits a little close to home. Obviously, I'm too young to have sent a brother to Vietnam, but I did send one to Iraq twice. Thankfully, he came home physically in one piece. This book, it talks a lot about the way we treat our veterans and the life they have when they come home, and how women were really disappeared after Vietnam. The one line that they say throughout the book is, there were no women in Vietnam. That the nurses who went through a lot of trauma, who were working in the middle of a war zone, were even more erased than the soldiers. And most of us, I think, know that people who came back from Vietnam were not treated very well. I'd like to say that we learned some lessons, but I really don't think we did. So if you are someone who has military family, this might be especially hard-hitting for you. But overall, I mean, it's just a wonderful story of friendship and perseverance and life. It's not always pretty, it's not always happy, but Frankie keeps going on with it. This is historical fiction. Frankie also has 2 best friends, Barb and Ethel, who she meets in Vietnam. They're fellow nurses who stay friends for the rest of the book. I think they might be my favorite characters. They're a lot of fun. I mean, they're always supportive, but they also add a little bit of lightheartedness to the book. These are 3 women from very different backgrounds, but somehow, due to experiencing this shared trauma, they become the best of friends and lifelong friends, which is really nice to see a story where the women are supporting each other through thick and thin. They're not backstabbing, they're not catty. They do give each other tough love sometimes when they need it, but always from a place of support. This is my little review sheet. I always like to kind of share these. So, like I said, excellent book. Definitely worth reading. This is the first book I've read by Kristin Hannah, but it will not be the last. If you were thinking about reading this one, it lives up to the hype. Definitely worth taking the time to read, so long as you don't mind historical fiction and a little bit of those tearjerker moments. I'd love to know what you thought of this book, and make sure to hit like and subscribe for more book reviews. Happy reading!